Alright folks, welcome to this exciting video where you once again join us in the beautiful landscape of Scotland, and once again we're joined by Highlander 87, and this is a fun wee short video. We're basically down, it's called Loch Saugh, and it looks like it's controlled by the Brecon Angling Club, and we're kind of just at the Angus side of the Cairn Mount, and we're having a wee short video. We walk down to look at the Loch Saugh and the dam that's down here, because we do love a dam on this channel. And this week I'm wanting to have these fun wee adventures. The videos are not too long, maybe 10-15 minutes, and we'll just explore a wee bit of Scotland and see what's around. Today it's a place that I've not been to probably for like 4 years or more, and I just love the landscape here in Scotland. So let's head down and check out this crazy little dam in the wildlands of Scotland. So check this out folks, it's a paradise scene of Scotland, and this is a completely man-made dam here at the right hand side. Over the years we've visited a lot of the dams in the lands of Scotland, and it's crazy how the lands can be shaped and changed so much. I'm not sure if this is actually for like water supply or simply just for a fishing kind of leisure loch. Look, that's a wee boathouse with a little launch ramp going down in, and it's actually quite cool. Like, I didn't remember how big this place was. It's a fair size of a loch. You can see the clouds on top of the far hills there. Anyway, let's take a look at this. We love the dam wall and the construction, and you can see it actually goes right down there into the water. And it's strange, see the way it's built kind of at a 90 degree over there. I'm sure there's like an overflow kind of bit that leads over. Well, let's see if the water's flowing over it. Wow, what a scene of Scotland folks. Yeah, the wall's actually shaped with a slope, so if there's actually high waves and stuff, it kind of controls it slightly. This is what I love folks, adventures in the places like this. Today it is a wee bit stormy, but we're out here anyway, you know how it is. See down in the long grass, I can actually see that there's like a concrete overflow outlet down there. Wow, what a scene. There's little birds and stuff flying over the water. This is pure paradise. There's previous times in the summer I've seen people out here on boats and things, kicking about doing their fishing. Today the conditions, I think there's a lot of folk kind of staying in this weekend because it's really rainy and quite wet, and there's always like heavy downpours of rain in between the clear spells like this. Yeah, it's quite a crazy little bridge that. The water's got that green colour. I think it's got that green algae in it. Yeah, because it looks deep at this side, and then at this side it's the shallow gradient of the overflow. Often before these dams were built, there was like an original waterway that used to flow down through, and then when they construct the dam, they often leave it so that the outlet, the high water outlet, actually goes down the track of the original river. But yeah, it's amazing to think how much this probably changed from the original times. This would have been a valley leading down into the hollow there. And all this is like a man-made construction, and this dam's actually built kind of like a 90 degree wall leading quite far into the trees there. Wow, look at this. This is the big sluice, and I think when you turn this tap and operate it up and down, there's actually a pipe which leads under the ground, and I think it goes over to that concrete construction that we saw down in the long grass. That's cool to see that. It looks like it's still maintained and operational, unlike some of the dams that we go to that's completely kaput. Wow, what a scene folks, I just love it. I love coming to these little places and seeing the way things like this is constructed. I think these are like little fishing spots at the side of the dam, but it's cool to get an angle of it from here. Look, there's like a boardwalk built into the land. Listen to that. You can hear the water seeping down through this land, and look how overgrown things is getting at this time of year. We do have a few abandoned places to go, but we're kind of waiting until the overgrown conditions die back a bit. Sometimes at this time of year it's fun to come to these sorts of places and hang out and just see what's been done at a certain time in Scotland, and to see that. I love the concrete work. I'm amazed at how green this water is though. Overall, on the whole loch, it just looks really green. And I think it is that algae stuff that you get. Whoa, some of these boards are wobbly. Yes, look at it. Probably if you went in there it'd be horrible. Yeah, Yeah, it's proper deep. The reeds look funny, eh? I'm not sure if that's those things that grow kind of like a bit on top of them. Wow, look, this is as far as the boardwalk goes, but I think other fishermen most likely keep on going around there. There's so much colour in it at this time of year. Yeah, this must be a waterworks related dam, and that must have been the main reason it was first created, I'm guessing. Because there is obviously like the door and stuff going in there, and I think further up the hill there's like a concrete bit. It would be super interesting to see what's down in the long grass. There's like a concrete bit, but I think it's just too hard to get to. There's like a deer fence and stuff between us. See, there's been something here as well. Maybe a little fishing platform back in the early days. But yeah, what a scene. All these yellow things growing there. I'm not even sure what they are. It's amazing as well, the way the water's just pure smooth and then it drops over the edge of that concrete. Yeah. What a scene, folks. Anyway, yeah, the wee track actually goes through there. The boys' access to the field goes through the overflow waters of this place. Wow, what a land. What a scene. And it's cool I can share little corners of Scotland with people all over the world. Shout out to everybody that gets in the comments telling me about their little corner of the world. And it's amazing to have viewers from all different corners of the world. It's just mad. And it's cool just to keep coming to different places every week. Some places I've been to before, but nowadays when I explore, we look at things differently. We're more experienced in the exploring game. It's cool to even see how some places change over the years. Like I say, it's probably 3 or 4 years since I've even been here. One time, I'm sure we actually saw swans up close on this dam. See, there's a measuring stick there. What would that be? Because it's no inches. It's hard to ken what that even is for the depth. It's no feet. Unusual, because it doesn't even look that deep there. Who knows, folks? I'll wait here, we look over here, because I'm thinking I might walk down that fence line and try and get a view of that concrete construction, because that down there must be where the pipe comes. Kind of after you open that tap, the water must flow down under here and then dump out in the forest into what must be an actual riverbed at the lowest point. Somebody must come here and cut the grass as well. Must be crazy cutting the grass on these steep slopes. So look at this, folks, parts of the dam. Look, somebody's been freshly walking here before me. Maybe the person that maintains it and cuts the grass. Yeah, I'm just wanting to take a look at this and see what's been done here for the dam. Yeah, look at this big area. Oh, here's the boy's tools. He's maybe been cleaning this out. Yeah, this is interesting. There's a metal pipe there. And then I'm guessing down here will be the outlet bit. Yeah, obviously to the dam keeper and the people that look after this dam, I come with the greatest of respects. I'm here to document like how things were done, like the construction of the dam. And look, that'll be where the main water outlet comes from the dam when they open that tap. And the reason it's shaped like this is so it kills the flow of the water, and then it would gradually come over where I'm standing and then flow into this original stream bed. But the crazy thing, I can see the water which is coming from there. It's not actually coming out of that pipe. It's just coming bubbling out of the ground beside the pipe. And that's maybe the reason they're down here doing the maintenance, caring for this place. Wow, folks, what a scene. Once again on the channel, I'm bringing you a little corner of Scotland. You can see how this was done. And it's another dam that we've explored like never before. Over the years, we've been to so many. All the way from like the Isle of Jura, all the way to here, inland Scotland. These little areas in Scotland that are so peaceful and like hardly seen. But the industry for the fresh water is obviously big time. And you can see how high the dam wall is compared to where we are down at the original level of the valley. Anyway, let's punch on back up here. So check that out, folks. I was just getting a view of this place from down here, and I was getting my feet a little wash here in the water just after being down in that mud. Yeah, what a scene of this place. It's cool to think of everything that was done. I love exploring those industrial kind of places that were built in such wild pieces of lands. It's not only what you see on the surface here with these places, it's all the stuff under the ground, the pipe works, maybe waterways leading from here down to other waterworks for the fresh drinking water of Scotland. Sometimes big dams can be topped up from smaller dams like this in the land. And yeah, it's been cool. Like I say, I was just wanting these short wee videos this week, exploring a bit of Scotland and seeing something I've no seen. And I've never actually explored down there to see what the outlet is like. And they're all shaped differently, but for the same purpose. They like to break the flow of the water before it's released back into the land. So that would be like a purging system, maybe to drain out some of the water so they can get it lower than the overflow. Because obviously the overflow only flows when it's at that height. But some years they maybe need to lower it kind to the extreme. But wow, I can't believe how green the water is here, eh? So I was just theorising here, folks, as we walked back along the dam wall, this massive quarry that you can see in front of us was most likely where they got their earth and supplies to build this little dam here. And it's cool to see that as well, the scars in the land, which may also tell you a little story of the history. What a cool place, the view looking up there with the high hills in the distance. It's one of those days you often think, oh, the rain's away to come on heavy, and then the next minute the sun just starts shining through. But it's kind of up and down with the weather. But that was a fun wee explore tonight on the video, folks. Loch Saugh, and it's one of these little Scottish lochs, man-made dam, kind of hidden in wild lands. A fun little walk for today's video, but I'm going to end it here. Thanks very much for watching. Goodbye from me, goodbye from Highlander 87. We'll catch you very soon with the next one, wherever we end up going.